since it is very rainy outside today, I thought we might make some traditional Swedish cinema buns. What could be better than that on a rainy day? If you want the exact recipe, you can check out the description right down there. It has the exact recipe and measurements. So let's get started. And the first thing we want to do is to pour 150 grams or 1.5 deciliters of butter in a pot here, which we're gonna melt on the stove later. Then we want to melt it on the stove so it becomes more liquid. So now the butter is done, and now we're gonna pour up 5 deciliters of milk. Now it's time to mix the hot liquid butter with the cold milk. So this liquid should be finger hot. What that means is that when you put your finger down in it, you should not burn yourself or anything. It should be finger hot, and this is a clean finger for all you wonders. So what we're gonna do now is to put the yeast in the baking machine's ball here. Just polarize it like that. And now we're gonna take the butter and the milk liquid and pour it down with the yeast, so the yeast dissolves. Just like that. Now we can stir a little bit so that the yeast dissolves better. And I tell you right now, these cinema buns are gonna taste great. I'm pretty famous around here for making good cinema buns, so if any one of you want to visit me, I will be more than happy to give you some cinema buns for the coffee time. Now the dough liquid is ready, so we're gonna take 1 deciliter of regular sugar and pour it down in the mix. Just mix that a little easy. And now it's time for the main ingredients. It's flour, and we're gonna have 1.4 liters of it, and or 14 deciliters. 3, 13 and 14 deciliters. What we're now going to do is turn this down and put the lid on, and then the baking machine is going to run for about 5 minutes on fullest power, or if you do it by hand, it takes about 10 minutes. So now this dough has been mixing in the baking machine for about 4 or 5 minutes, and now it's gonna rest a bit for about 30 minutes to be exact. And what that do is that the dough start to rise and grow in size. Now while the dough is rising, we might get started on the filling. The filling of cinnamon buns is always cinnamon and sugar and liquid butter. I don't have any real measurements on how much it should be, but I'm just going with my eye measure. this texture is pretty good. Now it has been 30 minutes since the dough started to rise, and now it's done. It has swallowed to almost twice the size, and this is how it should look. What we're gonna do now is to roll up our sleeves and get dirty. Now it's just to roll out the dough. An egg shape is good to roll it out to. Now we're gonna take our filling, which we made earlier, and put it on here. So now the dough and with the filling on is complete. Now we just have to roll it up and cut it into pieces. It should be pretty easy when you have the flour under here, so it doesn't stick so much. I usually cut it up into 10 pieces because then the buns is a good size there. And now the cinnamon buns are going to rise one more time, and this time for 40 minutes. So now 40 minutes has passed, and for you it was probably just 4 seconds. But anyway, now the cinnamon buns are almost ready to go in the oven. Now we are going to brush the cinnamon buns with either milk or eggs. I usually use milk because it's easy to work with and give a better result. And after we have brushed the cinnamon buns, we're gonna pour on some pearl sugar, which is regular white sugar but in pearls. The oven should be at 250 degrees Celsius, and the cinnamon buns should be in the oven for about 8 to 9 minutes, depending on the size.